just kind of just like look at it and be like, yeah, like I get it, you know, like I get it.
Spending money like it's nothing. I don't have a budget.
What up, YouTube? NBA trade deadline was crazy.
Crazy.
We pretty much woke up to, well, some of us fell asleep and some of us woke up to Kevin Durant being traded.
I woke up to it.
I was about to go to sleep and my phone buzzed like 15 times and I was like, it has to be something big. I didn't expect Kevin Durant at that time, but
it almost makes me feel like the Nets are fucking with people because they did the Kyrie shit on a Sunday, like in the middle of the Pro Bowl. They're like, well, we don't want the attention. And KD, they did shit in the middle of the night, like, we don't want the attention. I like it.
It's like, no. I mean, out of the trade, I guess we'll go look at that trade first. I mean, it's kind of not surprising because they did get a lot, especially 4 picks, I believe, which they needed.
But you got to assume those picks aren't going to be very good.
Yeah.
I mean maybe because they're down the line. Maybe. I just think that team's going to be really good.
That's a team I never expected Kevin Durant to go to. Like, it wasn't on my radar as like, oh man, if he joins.
Well, they talked about it a lot last offseason, but yeah, I didn't think that would be the place. I thought it was still Miami.
Yeah,
like that's why I consider Miami a loser. It's like, come on, you should have made a shot at that. You know what I mean?
They didn't trade anything today.
Anything, and it was just players given away, and it's like you could have got one bucket getter. You know what I mean?
They kept everything pat, and they didn't change anything. Like, another team that really didn't do much was Boston. I was kind of surprised that they kind of I feel they have a little more already.
So yeah, I was gonna say I didn't feel like they were gonna do much anyway. Well, they did. They actually made a really good trade today. Well, yeah, they got Muscala.
Yeah.
And, they did good. He shoots like 40% from 3. Yeah. So that was a good pickup for them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Miami's probably the biggest loser. They kept Kyle Lowry. I didn't understand that either.
Man, I hate saying it, but I feel like the Rockets are the biggest losers because not the biggest losers, but like we're kind of a joke because all we did was audit our team. It's like all you did was what we've been asking you to do for 2 years.
Yeah. Ooh, we got Luke.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah. No, we got John Wall back.
Yeah, John Wall back. Yeah, he's gonna get he'll get bought out. He was gonna get bought out anyway.
I don't even think he takes a trip to Houston. He's like, fuck that. I'm not going back.
I don't even want.
I'm pretty sure they'll buy. I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few ones. I mean, Eric Gordon, congrats, bro. You get to go to the Clippers. They really wanted him. We got yeah, it really wasn't much. it was. If you're a Rockets fan, you're kind of just like, cool. We got playing time now.
We got 10 second-round picks today.
Yeah.
It just made me mad because you see like Wiseman kind of go for nothing. It's like, man, I really could have. But I get it. Like they couldn't afford the players we wanted to give them anyway. That was a deal. Deal probably. So, but still, it's like, damn, man. I hate to see that potential talent just go to another team for nothing.
Yeah. No, I agree. And let's go to, I guess, another team. Do you think we'll look at the Lakers? They had a few trades that I'm surprised of. I mean, I know Russell Westbrook. They said that was very toxic at the end of the few weeks, so I figured he was getting traded already.
Dude, when he was like shooting bad 3-pointers the other night when LeBron broke the record, I was like, he's doing everything he can to not let LeBron break this record. It's like he pissed LeBron off. He's getting traded. I knew he was getting traded. I like what the Lakers did today. Like they definitely got better. I just don't know how much better.
Yeah.
At the very least, I could say you built a bench for a playoff run.
Yeah. I mean, you got some help. I mean, the guys that they got, I mean, honestly, you got what, D'Lo, Mobamba today,
Beasley,
yeah.
They got somebody else. They got rid. Now they picked up a good big.
Yeah, there was a few people.
It wasn't Bamba. They got somebody else.
No, that was today. Yesterday they made a trade. It was who was it? Vanderbilt and Beasley.
Vanderbilt. That's the player that's going to help them. I even told you earlier, like in the season, like this dude might be defensive player of the year. Like he's Herb Jones like. So like, okay, now you got a good perimeter defender there with Walker and Hachimura and I'm more excited about Beasley being on that team than D'Lo. I'm not a D'Lo fan at all.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, D'Lo, we know what he is. He's he's the shooter, and that's about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like LeBron needs D'Lo to be what J.R. Smith was. Like come in, try to put up points for about 5 minutes, and that's it. Like don't be a hero. No, they definitely got better. I just don't know if they're
competitive. I mean, the Suns doing what they did. It kind of anything you did in the West, it's kind of like Kyrie thing now drops a bit. Anything the Lakers did drops a bit. It's just that big of a. You literally have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton.
That's what I'm saying. They have absolutely no bench. I mean, you got Warren, you got Payne, bro. That ain't shit. So that's why I'm like, who's gonna get bought out to go to that team? I'm surprised Phoenix didn't ask for Royce O'Neal. I would have.
That would have been, that would have been
because that solves one problem. Yeah. You got playoff experience. I just don't know who might get bought. Like if Pat Bev gets bought out, he might be somebody they might pick up.
They said, what's his name? Reggie Jackson might get bought out and go over there.
Oh, that'd be a steal from Charlotte.
He's probably going to get bought out. They said Russell Westbrook might get bought out, and I know the Clippers and Miami are going after him if he gets bought out.
Oh, he'd be stupid to go to Miami. Go to the Clippers, bro. Like that team, like you will literally get 48 minutes if you want it, Russ, in LA.
It would be a nice like FU to the Lakers if you'd go first.
Dude, they literally don't have a point guard on their team right now.
Yeah.
At all. So
John Wall is definitely getting bought out. Do you see him going anywhere?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he'd be a good roster pickup for the Bucks, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, he's a veteran. He's gonna be cheap.
He really don't have playoff experience, so that's the thing. And like you don't like he can't be your first backup guard. He has to be like the second one. That's why I'm thinking like the Bucks can do that. Because I mean he could still play with Drew, and Drew can move to the 2, or he could play with the other little bald-headed guy, I forgot his name, Javion Carter. So, I mean, it's a good spot for him, I think. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked up by Memphis.
Yeah. And they got, what's his name from the Clippers?
Luke Kennard.
Yeah, Luke Kennard, yeah. In our
Wall might get picked up by the Bulls. They need a point guard.
I mean,
I just don't think he don't make the Heat that much better, I don't think. And it's like, the Heat have to feel stupid if you got to go get John Wall after you pay Lowry. That's dumb.
Yeah. And that means if you saw people getting traded for nothing, so his value has to be absolutely nothing. What do you think about Conley? Do you think I know he
that was stupid. That team is run worse than fucking ours. That team is stupid.
You make probably one of the most dumb trades. And then you go back to the team and you're like, hey, I want your point guard.
Yeah. Give us the dude with the big contract y'all don't have no use for, and we'll pay him.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. That team is dumb, bro. Like, they should have got Westbrook in that trade. You could have used Westbrook.
Yeah. I don't see Conley, like, even watching him over, like, the few years with Utah, there was nothing that I'm like, yeah, this guy can take over. There was none of that. It's like, you're overpaying for a guy, which you're already overpaying for a center, I guess. So you might as well overpay for a point guard too, an aged point guard at that.
Like, I don't know if it's hypocritical, but I think the Knicks did better by getting Josh Hart than Milwaukee did for getting Conley. Like, I think Josh Hart makes that team like for sure playoffs. Like, you're for sure in the playoffs with that.
I mean, you saw how Portland players were when they found out. They were devastated. They were like, oh man, like this guy's good. And I mean, I get it why you did it. You get I think they got Cam Reddish, right, in the trade.
They got Cam Reddish, and they also picked up Thibault from the 76ers. Yeah. But the 76ers might have won that trade because they got the McDaniels brother, and it's like, okay, damn, now you got a defender.
Yeah.
So they're looking forward to playing a team like Boston.
Yeah, and they needed that. I mean, PJ Tucker was the guy they were hoping to be that, and he's not. So you don't
know what the hell you're going to get out of Tobias.
Yeah.
Other than a big bill.
There was How did you feel about the second round picks being just like
It was crazy. It's almost makes me think it's like how many second round picks equate to a first round pick? You know what I'm saying? Like if there's 4 quarters in a dollar, how many second round picks equal a first round pick? They're like 5.
There was somebody that said the second round picks in the NBA equivalent to the 7th round picks in the NFL.
I seen that too. A conditional 7th round
Yeah.
pick.
I was just like, that's what it felt like. Like Jay Crowder got traded for 5 to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
Houston
like,
somehow got 10 today.
Yeah, we got
Ridiculous.
2. We got 2 with one of the trades, and we got more. I was just like, that's a lot of. I mean, we're rebuilding, so I'm cool with it. But I guess we'll get a veteran player for 10 of them in the draft.
What the hell are the Hawks doing though? It's like, what did you want Bruno Fernando for? And
Garrison, man.
Like, what the hell? But they got Sadiq Bey, so I get it. But that's just a rental. Like, I'm surprised like a team like Portland didn't go after him.
There was a lot of questionable teams that didn't do anything. Like, didn't get, and there was these weren't like, okay, the KD, Kyrie, I get those. Those are hard to input more teams on that. There was a lot of multi-team trades where it was like, oh, this team's joining. Like the Eric Gordon to Clippers, and then Memphis joins in, and then everybody gets a piece. So it's kind of like, how is there not enough like players? I mean, even Golden State got Gary Payton back. Like,
word, I like that.
How are some of y'all not able to get in it? But I did see like Miami, for instance, they had Duncan way too high value. People were saying, and so people are like, I'm not going to go for you. Stuff. Nobody wanted to trade with Brooklyn because they were like, well, why would I want to trade? We want KD gone. So that was the biggest thing. It ended up happening.
I was surprised they didn't move Ben Simmons.
From what I read is that he had no value. There was no
Today
value.
He came off the bench.
For me, but I think, I don't know what it is with him. They just said there's no trade value. Like, if you can't even give 5 seconds to get him off 5 second round picks to get him off, like, that's bad.
I mean, what team could you put him on and he makes the team better?
None.
I wouldn't say none, but Charlotte. But like a team who could actually use him. Like, do you think he would have been a good fit in Indy?
I mean, I could see them like giving him a try. It's not like he's not really overshadowing somebody's position. That's really like.
That's my thing is he could play the 4 and they need a 4, but it's like, are you stepping on Halliburton? Are you too much like Halliburton, except he can score?
Was there any players that you're shocked that didn't get traded?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Basically everybody on Chicago.
There were so many talks that Zach LaVine was getting traded.
But I thought somebody for sure would go after Vucevic or DeRozan, and they didn't make any moves. Like, I figured somebody would go after Caruso.
Nobody got traded for that team. I was like, they didn't get
the one person I was completely shocked didn't get traded is John Collins.
Yeah, that was one I for sure that I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all should have got rid of him. Like, you have 2 big guys that you're paying to do the exact same thing, pretty much.
And then you bring Sadiq Bey in, who's a ball hog. So I don't know. That team's not. Man, I have a feeling like an off-season trade's coming for that team, and Trae Young might not be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know what the Nets are doing either.
They're in shambles right now because your best player is Ben Simmons. I mean,
is he, or is it Bridges?
Well, I would say Bridges, but I would say like on paper.
Them fools remind me of fucking Toronto. It's like you have a shit ton of wing players that play, and except as ridiculous as it sounds, Ben Simmons ain't good as Pascal.
No, not at all.
But you got picks. I don't know what you're going to do with them.
I mean, you needed picks.
Well, I didn't really expect Charlotte to do much. I'm surprised that the Magic gave Bamba up for that little. Just Pat Bev. Well, I guess they got like cash consideration, and I think maybe a second round pick or some shit. But still, Bamba has more value, I think, than Bev does.
Yeah, I mean, Bev, you would probably just buy him out, and I feel like you could have got a little more for him, but that ain't my team, so.
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised OG didn't get either, like.
He's overvalued.
Yeah, well, yeah, they wanted.
Somebody told me they asked for 3 first round picks for him. I was like,
Yeah,
you're smoking dope.
Yeah, they.
Now, a team that I was thinking should have did something and they did absolutely nothing, but they don't suck, it's Cleveland. I just think they needed the Miles Bridges kind of player.
Cleveland and Sacramento are two that I felt could have done beneficial with trade to, I'm not going to say push you over everybody, but to elevate to that next level a bit where other teams that were behind you did it. And now
I'm more shocked with Cleveland than the Kings because I think the Kings are still trying to figure out what their first level is. Like, if we're being honest, they just now got good. So, but Cleveland for sure, like they have to know, like, we need something. Bridges would have been perfect for that team.
And nobody traded for Bojan Bogdanovic. Like, he's just
they overvalued him. Like when I heard Detroit and Golden State, I thought for sure he was going to the Warriors.
Nope. Yeah, there was a lot of GMs that I think today learned that don't overvalue your players. Because we talked about that too, like with Eric Gordon, like you can't overvalue, and then so now with the 4 picks of the second round, I kind of get why they declined it because, I mean, the people are just handing out 4s and 5s a day, and so I was like, oh, okay. So
it was Milwaukee that offered that to us. They started that shit.
Yeah,
paying for everything would change.
Yeah, I was like, man, like it was a moment where it was very like hectic, where it's one after another, but when you take a step back outside of like the superstars from Brooklyn, it really wasn't much of like, I mean, it never really is. Trade deadline's kind of one of those where it's like, you don't really see too many superstars go. Now this one with arguably one of the best ones in NBA, and then
all because Kyrie couldn't shut the fuck up. Like he literally said something that pissed somebody off and they both got traded.
Yeah. And the only benefit of this, I mean, sorry, Brooklyn fans, the Rockets own those draft picks. So I want y'all to get rid of everybody.
I think Phoenix is legit. If they could get them some bench players, like I think Durant on Phoenix is going to work out better than Kyrie on Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
They already got a cool nickname. They call them the Mid-Range Mafia. It's like, that's the dopest shit in the world right there.
Now I can say I don't mind watching Phoenix.
Word. I really want to see them play the Lakers.
Yeah.
I would even entertain the idea of putting Durant at the 4.
Ooh, that'd be nasty.
And especially in the West, it's like, okay, you're creating easy matchups for yourself by doing that. Because, like, the only guys that you would worry about is, like, Zion. You'll shoot over him. Jaren Jackson, you'll go around him. Other than that, it's just kind of a cakewalk. You think Durant's scared of Aaron Gordon playing him? And then you just go find you some wing players. Denver did good. They got Thomas Bryant for virtually nothing from the Lakers, so that's another big.
Yeah, that was for sure.
I don't know if Memphis got better with Kennard. I don't know if he makes him that much better.
Yeah, that was one of those kind of was like, that's good you made a trade. It's like you got a participation ribbon in the trade deadline.
I'm still surprised, like, Brooklyn didn't ship off other people, though. Like, Patty Mills, Joe Harris. Like, those guys could have really helped the other team. Like, imagine putting, like, Patty Mills on the Heat. Like, he would fit that.
Yeah. Yeah, after you traded Durant late last night, I would have thought you would have been like, all right, we're selling everything. This is what we have. What the hell do you want? And I guess they're trying to, I mean, I don't know, because even what they got in return, you're not, I'm not looking at you and be like, oh man, you're still competitive as hell, man. Like, no, it's.
No, you're definitely not competitive, but you have good enough pieces to just play the rest of the year out to find out what you have.
Yeah.
Like, I get if that's what you're doing, because that's what we're doing, but you don't need to figure out what the hell Joe Harris and Patty Mills and Seth Curry are. You could have traded them.
They're trying to do a massive rebuild. They're going to bring in talent next year.
Go for it.
I want to know like what happened in there. Like that whole franchise since James Harden went there seemed to be dysfunctional as hell. And it's like funny because it's just you don't hear about it much. Like it was a lot of the blame was on Kyrie, KD.
Well, I feel like Kyrie causes the problems, but like KD like feeds into the bullshit. Because if you think about it, KD kind of got everything he wanted. Like he wanted Nash, he got him. He wanted Nash gone, he got it. He wanted Kyrie back, he got it. You know, so it's like, all right, KD. And now they just left him high and dry.
Yeah, he's one of those. I mean, dude has a burner account to argue with people about him. So I don't know why. You know what? Yeah, never mind. I can see it. Yeah, I don't know. I think for sure this next part of NBA is going to be pretty fun though. Watching some of these new teams.
I think the playoff push is going to be good because you have teams like Indy, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami. They can jump up while everybody's figuring their shit out right now with new teams. So then when the playoff push comes, you're like, damn, 6 through 11 or whatever the play-in is like 3 games apart. And it's like, all right, now we're hooping.
Oh, man, I'm hyped. My team's in last, so I'm going to root for y'all, Phoenix.
Well, I want to be hyped, except, you know, the game on national TV is Chicago and Brooklyn, so a lot of star power in that one.
Dang, the NBA is like, we need to take all these Brooklyn games off now. And
who plays next? Milwaukee and the Lakers.
Yeah. We get to see.
I don't know. It was crazy. It'll be different once the buyout shit happens because you'll have more definitive rosters, and then that's when I'll get excited.
Yeah, buyout for sure is going to be something to watch. We'll be probably doing something on that once the full rosters are. Because what they said is the buyouts this year are going to be crazy because a lot of teams are trying to just shed that.
That's all this was. Everybody just cleared their books the best they could, and they're like, all right. It's trash day. Yeah, I see the truck. Let's put the trash cans out, and that's what they did.
You want my trash? Yeah, here. Okay, I'll take yours. All right, you want that? All right, yeah. I mean, there's a few gyms out there, but yeah, there's a lot of like, all right.
Yeah, Durant and KD. Those are those free on Craigslist shits. The rest of it is just the shit you put in the big can.
Yeah, have fun with Bruno Fernando and Garrison Matthews.
He getting bought out. Hey, but Garrison Matthews might get bought out too and end up on a team.
Now he could. I liked him as a player, not on my team though. I don't want him taking minutes from.
Well, the problem is he's good to have on a team, but when you have to rely on him, then that's not fun at all.
No, if I gotta, I'll give you 5 minutes of the game. Give me everything you got. 5 minutes. Go out there.
He'd be a good pickup for Phoenix.
Oh yeah, a good bench player like that. Phoenix needs to be all in on these buyouts. Like, all right, I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. There we go. That's probably what they did. They're probably like, all right, we'll get everybody in buyouts.
Call me a bandwagon jumper, but I'm on the mid-range mafia like day one. So,
yeah, I'm hyped. Well, Phoenix, hopefully I got some fans that are going to watch this. We got y'all. I made it to this point, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the network. We'll be doing more NBA content. We'll be doing NFL content. We'll do everything.
Fire, Raphael. So, yeah, you got to catch the SLG War Room. That shit is going to be dope.
Yeah, we got some stuff in store for y'all for sure. Make sure y'all have fun this weekend for Super Bowl. Be safe. And that's it. We done.